All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm using Metropolis to create a little groove here. Gate is gating my ADSR over here. Pretty simple, that's all there really is to that. Going into a VCA right there, all CV, just regular linear. I've got it on random with some multiples here, here, and here. I've got some gated attacks over here. I'm taking the clock out, going into a slew limiter and back into aux A to mess with the groove a little bit so that it's kind of a little askew, as they say, not quite straight eighths. And then down here, these three sections have little slide times in them to give you that little slur. Over here, I've got a square pulse, well, just a pulse wave, let's say, not square necessarily. And then, of course, I'm modulating pulse width. And how am I doing that? I'm doing that with a little sine wave from another LFO. So this is something that we were just talking about in class, is modulating some pulse width to get new tones. Of course, the pitch from the sequencer is changing the oscillator. We've also got cutoff and resonance, otherwise known as Q peak here, coming out of the uLFO. We've got a saw and a ramp. The triangle wave is going into the LFO to adjust frequency, which again is changing the pulse width modulation. That's where you get that kind of hard sync almost, kind of changing the tonality of the waves, and then just coming right out. And it's about a 1 minute cycle where it brings the cutoff all the way down and the Q up before snapping back, because of course it's a saw and a ramp and they're going in opposite directions. I'm using a whole tone scale on the sequencer as well. So there you can tell, there's when the pulse width is really getting modulated, the pulse width speed, to the point where it creates new harmonics and new overtones. And there you go, cutoff's almost all the way down, resonance all the way up, and then you hit the end of the ramp, and there you go.